Hi everybody, I'm Steve Beecham. I'm the chair of the advisory board for First City Bank.
And I'm Bob Konserack. I'm the proposed CEO for First City Bank.
So people ask us, how did this come about? How did we start First City Bank? And so, my story is a year ago or so, Bob and I were talking and I said, man, I think there's a chance that maybe the community would love to have a community bank again. We don't have that anymore. All these big banks have bought these little banks up. And so Bob and I know each other through the Rotary Club, and we've spent some time in Brazil working on a Down syndrome project, which Bob has done an awesome job of. And so he came back a year later and said, hey, I think I got this idea. I think I know how we can get this bank going. And I said, okay, well, let's call a bunch of people and let's see if they're interested, because we're going to need investors. And so I reached out to about 20 people, and about 15 of them showed up at my office, and I said, hey guys, we're thinking about starting a community bank. What do y'all think? Would y'all be interested? And lo and behold, pretty much everybody said, we're in.
There hasn't been a new bank in Alpharetta for more than 15 years. And the last time a bank was opened here, Alpharetta was essentially a bedroom community for Atlanta. Now it's its own commercial center. And so if ever an area deserved its own community bank to champion the communities around here, this is the time.
And so we're excited about First City Bank, and we hope you're excited about it too, because we think that we're going to create a sense of community here in Alpharetta and North Fulton area. What we see is that a lot of people in business don't have that guy that knows their name, that guy that knows their business. And so that's missing in this community. And so we feel like that's a void that we can replace. And so if you are a type of person that does some commercial banking and you want a relationship with a banker, then Bob, we're going to have those people, right?
Dave Chatham, one of our members and organizers, he used the phrase hometown service with world-class technology. There's a lot of wonderful channels of technology that are out there, and they all work really, really well, but oftentimes you need somebody to help you understand them, to feel safe with them. And so combining those two, I think, is a great way to go in an area like this.
What kind of technology are you thinking that people need to understand that we'll have?
Well, it all depends on the business that you're in, but some banks really have a need for being able to send wires and ACH payments. They have a need to understand, how do I pull this down into my financials? If I'm working on inventory and receivables, I have to have different abilities to do draws. Yeah, people access money in different ways, and when it comes to a community bank, they have different need for resources, from financial advisory to lending and depositing, to what kind of machinery I can have in my office, merchant services, merchant capture, how it is I'm getting my transactions taken care of, and does it work for me, and having folks available to help you with it when you got questions.
So what about the business person that still needs a commercial loan officer? They need to buy a truck, or they need to buy a piece of equipment, or they want to expand their business. How can we be that go-to person for them?
Well, I'll tell you, just like they had the billboards up during COVID, this is a great time to know your banker, because if you're looking for some kind of customized understanding for whatever loan relationship you're after, you're interested in not just local service, but local decision making. Somebody who can actually make the call and let you know right there whether it's going to work or what else you might need.
I just think that's so crucial. I mean, to me, it breaks down. There are basically two types of customers out there. There's the person that just has banking because you have to, right? And so we want to be able to help that person transition from their current bank to us, because if they've got something they need some help with, we're the kind of bank that we want to help them with that, right? Because a lot of people just hear no all the time. They stand in line. We don't do that here at our bank, or you got to call the 1-800 number at our bank. But I mean, we can be that banker, right?
It's a matter of how you do stuff and how many times does it take. I mean, I've always enjoyed a situation in the banks that I've managed when, if you call during business hours, you're not going to get a recording. When you call during business hours, a real live person is going to answer the phone and say, how can I help you? That's just a start. It's how a local bank distinguishes itself from the big banks, because big banks provide a lot of great services. And as long as you don't need anything special, they work just fine. But when you're a small business, if you're aspiring to grow and you need ideas and you need counsel, you got to come to somebody that knows how to do this for a living. For a commercial lender, this is their subject matter expertise. This is what they know. This is why they know it. When it comes to merchant services, okay, here's the kind of equipment we have. Here's why it's going to work for you. Here's what it's going to cost. Here's how it makes money for you. Folks really want to understand, if I've got to pay for something, what am I paying for? Is it adding value? Is it good for my business? Don't just tell me it's a fee, tell me what it's for. And that kind of stuff I think is important. That's how you build a relationship.
And then both of us are real involved in the community. We've got people that are on our board that are real involved with the community, and we plan on continuing to do that, right?
If you look at our group of members, we've got just a fantastic group of folks all across this this community with different backgrounds and skill sets, all very accomplished, all very committed to the community, particularly Alpharetta, but all over in North Metro Atlanta. This is a remarkable group of folks to go to market with, and I'm very proud for the resources and the talent and the personalities that have come together to go do this. This is going to be very cool.